I did not think I could get both of these. I'm going waffles, number 2.
What the fuck? You eating pancakes and waffles?
No, I'm building a roster here. I'm looking at this as I'm building a menu out.
Well, I got a smorgasbord.
I got the 2 most popular things that people eat for breakfast.
Bacon and eggs.
You live a lavish lifestyle. I've seen the drinks you make.
Well, eggs are actually very lavish.
No
now.
normal person is waking up in the morning and making eggs Benedict. They're making some pancakes and waffles.
Hey,
Sup?
Who F'n Kneauxs podcast,
Hey,
episode whatever.
24.
Is it 24?
The Kobe edition.
Kobe edition. Hell yeah.
The official podcast of Mac Miller fans everywhere. Happy birthday.
Oh, let me show you something. We don't talk before the podcast.
We don't.
And we both come up with our own official podcast. I normally let him roll with it. Oh, my notes aren't showing up. I love that he started it that way because I literally wrote the official podcast of Mac Miller fans everywhere. Happy birthday, Mac.
Cheers.
To fucking start off the show. Same page. Let's go. Coffee and bourbon. Not same page. It's fine.
I had something else in mind, and then I remembered it was his birthday. I was like, I got to go with that instead. I'll save the other one for next time.
Yeah. No, it was phenomenal. It was great. I like that. Kudos. Mac Miller edition. Probably won't talk about Mac too much here because we've already exhausted how much we love him. Everybody knows that. Maybe I'll drop little, I don't know, tidbits throughout. We'll see. What's been up?
Oh, life. Life has been up.
Yeah.
Adult things, car issues,
There you go.
just life stress.
Love it.
Life has been up.
Love it. Tell me more. What's going on with the car?
Just battery issues, I think. I don't
that's
know.
Boring. Let's not talk about that.
Yeah, just the same. I've had the same. My car. All right, my car is not even 3 years old yet. Be 3 years old in May. Bought it brand new. Had like 10 miles on it when I bought it. It's been in the shop 8 times in 3 years. Just a multitude of different shit being wrong with it.
What kind of car is it?
A Hyundai. So don't buy a Hyundai.
Fucking A. You know, it's funny, and not to go too deep into like our boring lives here. Maybe you want to hear it, maybe you don't. I don't care. You're along with us. It was probably, I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday because we were both off of work, my wife and I. I was bringing my son home, and like I'm driving her car, and like I'm just thinking, man, it's 2016, and I'm like, man, this thing just feels like a piece of shit now. Like you have run this car into the ground, and randomly we start talking about getting a new car. So, like, we're in the process now of buying a new car. We're looking. We're in the market. She wanted a Hyundai. I looked at one, and I was like, no.
That's
no.
See, and I had my mindset on one. We want one, but now I just can't. Like, I love it's the Palisade is the one we want.
Yeah, that's what she
and
wants.
I love it.
Really?
But I can't buy another Hyundai.
Yeah.
I can't, like, it's just been spoiled for me.
So technically we haven't sat in a Palisade, however you say it. We haven't sat in one yet, but like I looked in a couple, like the interior of a couple other Hyundais, and like just everything looks so cheaply made. I have a buddy who's a mechanic, and like he was like, yeah, Hyundais, man, I don't know, they're rough. They seem like they break down a lot. And then seeing all the shit on the news of like Kias and Hyundais getting stolen and broken into, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, my grandma texted me and said that Sonatas are the most stolen car in New Orleans right now, and that's what my wife has that I drive around all the time. So
can't you like stick a USB drive in it or something and start that bitch up? Like it's the easiest thing to steal.
Oh, I don't know.
Look it up. I'm telling you.
I'm about to go park mine out there, and if somebody wants to take it, feel free.
For thieves everywhere. I have an old friend
Allegedly.
of mine. I never ever get on Facebook, and I got on Facebook today because I had a bunch of like happy birthday crap, people. I'll go back to that in a second. That's something I want to talk about, by the way. Make me come back to that, the happy birthday Facebook stuff. Anyways, I have a friend on Facebook who was like, yeah, like the best scam right now is literally to just lose your car and then call your insurance company and be like, oops, I parked it in New Orleans somewhere. I have no idea where it's
Listen,
at.
if you're one of those people that's breaking in the cars out there, just hit my DMs. That's all I'm going to say. Just hit my DMs. We can work something out.
On a real note, stop. How about that?
Yeah, unless it's my car.
Like
I said.
I want to circle back, though. We're off the rails. I want to circle back to the happy birthday stuff on Facebook. Am I the only person in the world? I can't be, but am I the only person in the world that like? I kind of judge folks. First of all, anybody who told me happy birthday on Facebook, thank you. But I judge the shit out of people who tell people happy birthday on social media because like it takes zero effort to see, oh, it's this person's birthday. Oh, I can just click here and post on their wall. Like, you didn't remember my birthday. You barely know me. I don't need your birthday wishes.
Yeah, I only do it to people that I actually know. Like, there's definitely, like, friends that I have, like, close friends, where I forget that it's their birthday coming up, and the notification reminds me. But honestly, though, I say that. If it's, like, that close of a friend, I'm just going to text them.
Exactly.
Like, there's some people where we're like, that's our level of friendship is Facebook interaction, you know.
Yeah.
People I might have played football with growing up or something like that I'm acquaintances with, I guess, is the best way to put it. Those are the people I'll post it to, but I'm definitely not somebody that's like, oh, I went to school with this person 10 years ago. Let me tell them happy birthday. Like, because I do that at one point in life. I don't even tell some of my family happy birthday.
I tell no one happy birthday on Facebook. I'm not that guy. I'll be honest with you. So
I just mean in general.
Oh yeah, no, I'm terrible about it, to be completely honest. But I do occasionally, and I admit to it, I occasionally use Facebook as a crutch. If I see, oh, it's so and so's birthday, oh, I love that person, I'll text them. I'll make it seem like I remembered. Hey, buddy, happy birthday.
Like, I have a bunch of cousins, and it's hard to keep up. Like, I know, like, the general time of year when all of their birthdays are, but I don't know all of their dates. So, like, I definitely go to Facebook and be like, all right, their birthday's coming up. And then I'll edit in my phone for, like, future reference. Although the thing now is, like, when I texted you happy birthday, my phone's like, new birthday. Add to calendar.
Yeah, I do love that.
Yep.
I do love that. I've done that a lot lately. I see, oh, I can just add this to my calendar now.
I will no longer forget your birthday.
Yeah, amazing.
Technology.
Speaking of, my birthday did just pass. We haven't had like my big celebration yet. That's something I'm taking advantage of as an older person now. I'm celebrating the whole month. It's my birthday month. I'm doing the thing that every 20-year-old girl everywhere does.
See, I was about to say, I did that like up until I was like 22, and then I was like, eh.
And I'm gonna pick and choose too. My wife's gonna hate me for it. I'm gonna pick and choose when I'm celebrating. Like it was Monday. We had gotten home from looking at cars, and I'm pouring a drink. She's like, "Oh, what's the occasion?" And I was like, "It's my birthday." She's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "It is. It's gonna be my birthday randomly for the rest of the month. Maybe even in February. Who knows?"
Well, the next time you want to go out for your birthday this month, let me know.
But no, on my actual birthday, it was nice. I went. I know you didn't ask, but I'm going to share. I went with my wife and my daughter. I spent the day with my son the day before, which was cool. But I went with my wife and my daughter on the actual day of my birthday to Maribo or Mirabeau. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's a pizza place in downtown Covington, and I'm be honest, I didn't eat pizza. I'm not a pizza guy. Well, I am a pizza guy, but you know, it's rare that I eat pizza. The like, Brussels sprouts,
like downtown,
phenomenal.
by like the tap room and stuff like that.
It's well, it's kind of close to the Abita Roasting Co.
Oh, that place is fire.
Yeah. I also went there on
the breakfast. That's our go-to breakfast spot.
I went there for brunch on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, that's our go-to spot. We go there all the time. They got these sweet cream pancakes. Phenomenal. Sorry, go ahead.
No, this is awesome. Pizza. I'm actually loving that this podcast is just about our life right now. Dude, We've been talking for
I've told you,
10 minutes about...
I've told you I'd much rather talk about non-sports stuff. There's a lot of... Like, on a more serious note, like, there's a lot of... It's just flooded. Like, the podcast realm is flooded with sports. You know, like, everybody's got a sports podcast. It's more fun when it's just random shit. Granted, we talk long enough that we can do all of it. You know what I mean? But I think I have more fun when we just bullshit about stuff.
Oh, I definitely do, and maybe it comes across that way to people that listen. I don't know. I mean, I do care.
You can tell when we're tired of talking about Sean Payton for the 15th time. But.
Yeah, you can see topics will start, and I'll kind of be like, all right, I guess this is like we got to check this box, right? 'Cause
I've
we're a
never been
sports
more
podcast.
thrilled for sports to die down.
But talking more about me, no, the birthday was great. Pizza was great for my daughter. She loved it, apparently. The Brussels sprouts, this is what I wanted to come back to. The Brussels sprout there, the drinks. The place seems like it's probably like the best happy hour spot you can possibly go to. So Mirabeau, if you're listening, I do accept sponsorship in the form of like food, drinks. That's cool.
I'm gonna tag them.
Yeah,
If they have any kind of social media, they're getting tagged.
I think it's Mirabeau. I hope I'm saying it
I'm gonna
right.
have to try that. I'm not a big Brussels sprouts person. They're okay, but like Courtney is obsessed with
Yeah, dude.
Brussels sprouts, so we might have to go.
They are phenomenal. They rival the Blue Oak Brussels sprouts. Now, this is a list we can come up with one day. There's been a lot of lists going around lately that people have problems with. Maybe we'll get to that in a minute. This is a list we can come up with one day because I'm a big Brussels guy. Best Brussels sprouts in the city. Or,
You're gonna be on your own with it because I don't
fine.
know.
I'll release it and I'll have people come at my neck. But nobody touches Blue Oak. That's what I wanted to get at. But they're close second.
Blue Oak. We also accept.
We do. Blue Oak whenever you're ready, bro. You could give me one Brussels sprout for saying Blue Oak.
Yeah. So like last time, right before we had our son, we had like we were going to it was scheduled to go for the hospital, and so the night before we went have like one more like parents' night out, went have
Love
dinner, went have ice cream, stuff like that, and then so maybe this time if we get to do that, we'll go have some pizza or something at this place because now we have our son, so he'll come with us, I guess.
Yeah.
If we get the plan at this time, I'm hoping, because the idea of it just randomly happening is terrifying to me. So, not like because it's like that. The idea of that is scary. I'm scared that I'm gonna be. I work an hour away from here. For anybody who doesn't know, the idea that I'll be at work and have to like rush over here.
Yeah.
I
know we've
miss it.
We've talked about that with Pels games and stuff, or Saints games even previously, like talking about going to different sporting events. Like last night, we were talking about going to the Pels game, and he's like, "Oh, I can't chance it. I can't chance it."
Like we're not in that like stretch yet, but we're getting close.
Yeah.
That I need to be within like 20 minutes of my house. That's the rule.
That's all right.
So
whenever it happens, it's going to be the best day ever.
you know when it's going to happen? When we're sitting right here.
Yeah.
Like mid podcast.
Mid podcast, I'll just take over. Say it with me.
Jump in the car. We're going.
Oh yeah. We'll finish it. We'll just pod the whole thing. That's a great idea. Live from the hospital. This is Who F'n Kneauxs podcast. That's phenomenal.
Good talks.
All right.
12 minutes into this.
I guess we should probably move on to some sports stuff, right? What do you want to start with here? We got. Let's just dive in. We got Pete Carmichael. It was announced today he will be returning. Did they specifically say as the offensive coordinator?
Mike Triplett said that his quote was addition. He put out an article. I haven't read it, but he said additions to the offensive staff are still possible, is what he said.
Right.
So it didn't necessarily say that he's going to be the coordinator or this or that. My guess is that he will be because there's 10 other teams that need offensive coordinators now. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe bring in a passing game analyst or run game analyst or something. And
yeah, that was my guess. I think I texted that to the group we're in.
I don't know.
Like, is he offensive coordinator and doesn't call the plays? Does he become a senior offensive, assistant? I don't know. You give him some fancy title and tell him stop calling the plays. But hey, come sit in the quarterback's room and sit in the offensive meetings and give us your input. I don't know. I honestly hope that's the case. If it's not, continuity. That's the buzzword.
It's been a fun 29 years, Patty.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed being a Saints fan for the most part, but I'd like to announce I'm going to enter the transfer portal. This is ridiculous. What the hell are we doing?
I don't know, man.
What are we doing? We're going to, you know what? New shirt coming. It's just going to say continuity across the front.
Yeah, I love that.
It's going to be the new bags on the head. It's going to just say continuity.
I love it. Let's do it. That's been my buzzword for the last 2 days.
Copyright, trademark,
Right.
continuity.
Don't steal our shit. Yeah, fucking continuity.
Also, the podcast title, episode title,
I love it.
ridiculous.
I absolutely.
I'm so tired of this team.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
so tired of them.
I saw Saints Nations tweeted earlier. He was like, "Are we at this point? Do we just expect Andy Dalton to?" I don't know if he tweeted that, but it was something along those lines. Do we just expect Andy Dalton to be the quarterback next year too?
I've seen that a lot across all the social medias, and like to be fair, I want him back, but to be a backup, absolutely I'd take him back as a backup. But if they come out and say he's going to be the starter for the year, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And it's not a knock on Andy Dalton. Like, he did, for what he was asked to do, he was okay. He was fine. But to completely run it back is absurd. What an absurd idea that is.
It is. Yeah. I think that my biggest gripe, I don't want to sit here and hate on Andy Dalton because he actually, whether you do the whole Dalton Jameis argument, you don't know what Jameis would have been if he was healthy, but he didn't look good. It is what it is. We're going to throw that to the side. Dalton put up numbers. He was a top 7 quarterback in PFF ranking or whatever. If you want to use that, I mean, they've been ranking players for years now, so they're doing something right. But, he didn't have a bad year. He actually probably had career-wise one of his best years ever. And, do I want him back as a starter? Probably not. I mean, no, I don't, actually. We don't have to say probably. I don't. But I don't know. I think that if you have better play calling, things are a lot different. Things are a lot different. Like, I make this joke all the time. I mean, it's almost like Pete Carmichael. Like, he understands offense, but, like, he doesn't understand the rhythm to play. It's almost like he's just mashing Ask Madden every play.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I don't think the problem is that he can't come up with good plays or creative plays. Like, we've talked about it before. He doesn't, like how Sean would run one play 3 or 4 times to set up something else. Like, you don't see that. There's no pattern. There's no
yeah.
Almost said content.
Say it. There's no continuity.
That's my biggest issue with him, and honestly I don't even know what to say. I did not expect to be having this conversation.
I didn't either, and I think that I was frustrated with Pete all year. And I thought for sure, I said it before, I thought he would be the scapegoat. But there was one interview he did, and I think we talked about it on here, where they asked him about, hey, like, why aren't you using Kamara? And he was like, or it was maybe him, or it was something. They said, hey, why aren't you doing X? Whatever it was. And his response was basically like, huh. I didn't realize I wasn't doing that. Like, that was, he didn't say that, but that is how it came across. And I was just like, oh, fuck. He doesn't even realize that we're not.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, I mean, somewhat devil's advocate, I guess, here. Like I just said, there's 10 other teams now. And I tweeted this out earlier. There's 10 other teams now that need offensive coordinators. How many of those teams would have been more attractive than the Saints, where if you fire Pete Carmichael, is there a possibility you actually end up with worse on a new deal because you're so far down the list? Because I mean, it was like the Ravens are up. The Ravens are on the list, which if they bring Lamar back, that's obviously one of the better spots. Like, the teams that were on there weren't terrible teams. The Saints to me would have been middle of the pack or worse. So, like, how is there a possibility that you fire him and you can't get better? Like, you're just hiring somebody because you have to hire somebody, and now they have Ronald Curry, who they've been grooming and could just hire from in-house and at least give him a shot, rather than run it back with the same person, and maybe they end up doing something like that.
That was my guess, actually. And I think you're right. I think you have a good point. I mean, there's 10 other jobs out there. There's going to be a lot of competition for the hot talent. But I do want to circle back to what you just said. Like, my hope, and I'm going to ride this into the ground, and I'm probably wrong because I was wrong about Pete being the scapegoat. My hope is that Pete moves into that senior analyst or whatever they call them. I forget what they even fucking call these guys that are like just there to give their opinion and don't actually coach. And that Curry moves into the play calling role.
So we've seen him do it on defense with Richard and who was the one that they split with? I forget who it was.
Fuck.
Was it the lineman coach? Was it Nielsen?
Yeah, it was Nielsen.
Okay.
It was Nielsen.
Which I think he's interviewing somewhere.
He is.
So anyway, but we've seen him do co-defensive coordinators. And I mean that at the beginning of the year the defense didn't look great, but it got better as the year went on. I wouldn't say that plan was a bad plan.
I don't know if that plan was a bad plan, but I would actually like to go back and look because I recall I don't know if he kept doing it, but I recall at some point Dennis Allen taking over defensive play call.
Maybe you might be right. I don't know if
and the defense got better.
Yeah,
I think it was specifically. I don't know if it was specifically that Bucks game, but I remember he was definitely calling the plays for that Bucks game.
Yeah. Well, but my point is maybe they do something similar to that, and I just think that Pete needs somebody new in his ear. Now, there's a chance that Ronald Curry's been around so long that he just has the same ideas, and it doesn't work. But you need something. Like somebody new has to call some plays. Like he's at least got to have ideas. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something has to change. I just can't fathom doing the same thing.
Genuinely at the point where I don't care who the offensive coordinator is. If you're not going to make a change and you don't go get a quarterback, if you don't fucking start Taysom Hill at quarterback next year, like that's about to be my agenda because I just want something different, something interesting. I don't want to see Andy Dalton checking the ball down 40 times a game.
I've already started my new agenda.
I know what it is. I have
not fully yet.
You can say it because I don't know if anybody else knows. Like, let's
my agenda that I'm considering running with. I tweeted it as a teaser. We'll say. Is my fire Mickey Loomis agenda, which I'm gonna give him this year. He's gonna, but I tell you right now, if he don't get, I'm not now, and I'm being fair because I'm not expecting some ridiculous haul for Sean Payton. Like I'm thinking a reasonable. I'm expecting maybe 1 first-round pick and a little bit of, whatever. But if he don't get something good for Sean, the entire fan base is about to turn on him. They're already starting to.
What if? And this is agenda 101 for me. This is not really something I'm going to push, but what if? Put on your?
Can I guess?
Hold on. Put on your tinfoil hats.
Conspiracy
theory hats. We talked about this last week. Conspiracy theories. Everybody knows I love a good conspiracy theory. Do you want to guess before I go into it? Because I think you might.
I'm just wondering if you're thinking, what if he's planning on leaving?
No. That's not what I was going to say. But I mean, yeah, he could be. Who knows? He's been here a long time too. Like he could ride off into the sunset and turn it over, which maybe it's for the best. Give it to Kai. But what if he doesn't trade Sean? What if Sean doesn't take a job anywhere? What if this is all a ruse? What if he kept Carmichael on? He's keeping DA because he wants to tank the season. We want that first pick. And then next season, when we go get Caleb Williams, we bring Sean Payton back. And then that's it. I mean, it's fucking 6 Super Bowls in a row after that point, right? Like, that's how it works.
I guess. Maybe. Did you see Mark Ingram today?
I did. I hate it. I love it. I hate it.
Well, I saw somebody say, I forget who it was that tweeted the video out that I saw, but they said something about it tells you, all about, what you need to know. And I felt like they were kind of... Oh, he was saying that it tells you all you need to know about how they feel about what Sean did. And it seemed like he was trying to say that Mark was being negative about Sean in the same way like Cam was. But I took it as another slighted DA. Yeah. Like, these dudes are just open talking about, please come back.
That's how I took it. He was like, I already said I would want Sean back in New Orleans. He said Sean should be in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And, I guess I could see it from the other side now that I just repeated that second part.
When you say it that way, where he should be here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But the lead up to it and everything,
him and Mark are tight. They've been on Kay's show together and, joked with each other.
And rightfully so, though. I mean, him and Mark, they had a lot of years together,
Well, so did him and Cam. They came in together. But I don't know.
Yeah.
And Mark would actually have more of a reason to be.
Would he, though?
I mean, the whole situation about him, I mean, I guess I don't know if that's more on Mickey or Sean, but the way Mark left.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Cam would have more of a reason to. Just thinking of it from a psychological standpoint, I think Cam would feel more slighted than Mark would because Mark left and came back. Now did he want to leave? Probably not, but it's still a different.
I could see it to where Cam's sitting there like, bro, I done been through all of this myself,
Right.
and I ain't going nowhere.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like Cam gets on. It don't matter how the season ends. Cam gets up there next year. Like next year's a Super Bowl. Like every year, that's what Cam Jordan does.
Yeah, because he's a winner.
Right. I don't know, man.
Hall of Famer.
I don't know. I guess we just sit here and wait. I guess that's the next thing that happens. Hopefully, is that Sean gets traded. What if he doesn't? Like you just said that, but like, what if he doesn't?
No, I was thinking that. Like, what if he can choose to not take a job too? Like, if he doesn't like any of these jobs.
You see, I don't think that's going to be the issue. He wants 20 to 25 million. What if just nobody wants to? And I don't like. He's probably getting paid really good money. He's not going to take less. You know what I mean? He's going to be like,
someone will pay him. That's not the problem.
Do we trade him no matter what? Like if somebody's like, yeah, if there's one team and they're like, we're not giving you a first round pick, like does Mickey just say, okay, we'll take what you'll give us? Or
it depends. How petty do we want to be? I'm a New Orleanian, so I am super fucking petty. So if it's like, oh, all we're gonna get is something I don't want, like fuck him. Wait 3 years.
But I mean,
wait 2 years.
Here's the thing: he could right, but then you lose. Yeah, I mean, then he comes back. He's 3 years down the road, but it's not like a star player where he's losing his prime.
Who cares?
He's a coach. Do you just take what you can get for him?
It depends on who the team is too. If it's like fucking Carolina, which it.
Oh no, they're gonna pay.
Yeah.
If it's Carolina, they're gonna pay.
Yeah, like
if it's the Broncos. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's kind of the fear that's been creeping into my head. Like, what if it just doesn't happen? If he just doesn't go somewhere?
It's not a fear for me.
I'm banking on the picks, like having the extra picks. I don't care what he does one way or the other. Like as a coach, I just want the picks. That's where I'm at now.
I think at this point for me, I'm so removed from what ends up happening with him and the picks we get. Like I genuinely don't care. Everything is lagniappe. Everything. Now, do I want a first round pick? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But like, I don't care.
I just want some positive news. That's it. Like to find out we might have a first round pick this year, get some picks next year. Like that's just something good. We need something good. It's been nothing but negative news. Since the last week of the season.
I don't think you'll hear for another couple of weeks at least. I mean, he just started interviewing yesterday. Well, technically. I mean, they've been talking.
Senior Bowl?
I don't fucking know.
That's when things start to pop off.
I think it's February.
Is Senior Bowl?
It's end of January, early February.
So you're probably right. It's probably about 2 weeks or so when things will start happening. So we'll see. I don't know, man. Like I literally have I have nothing to say really about the whole situation because it's baffling.
It would be very Sean Payton to have like breaking news Super Bowl week.
Right before kickoff.
Like fucking Sean Payton.
They got him on the pregame and he's like, well, guys.
Yeah. Hey, everybody look at me. Which I love Sean Payton. You're never going to turn me against him. I know that you feel some type of way against him. There's a lot of other fans that do too. Fuck it, who cares? I love his personality. The pettiness.
I told
Sean
you I'd love him
exhibits.
if he came back. It is that simple. Anyway, we can move on from that.
What else do we have to talk about though?
Is Kevin Falcon top 10 Louisiana sports athlete of all time?
I think you saw my answer. I don't want to call out the name. Not everybody saw it, but anybody who knows me probably saw my response. I just thought that was the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, and it's not just them. Like a lot of people have LSU bias so hard, and I get it, right? Like they're the state school. People grew up with them. They're fond of their players. Kevin fucking Falk though.
Listen, man, that wasn't my biggest issue.
No, I know, and I saw you and guy from Sports Drink both kind of had the same argument. But you know what? Maybe like even more frustrated. Like you're saying, there's a lot of LSU bias. More people like agreeing with their reply of why Joe Burrow is above
Ed Reed.
Because he was
Like, it's not an argument. He's not.
Yeah,
I understand what the list was. It was Louisiana athletes and people who have played for the school, whatever. I understand that that's why he's in there. But you're not. You cannot put one of the top 2 safety all time behind somebody who spent a year at LSU. I don't care how good that year was. 2 years. The first year was terrible.
The first year was terrible.
like we don't even talk about that. Like
it is kind of interesting
like
how he had a terrible year.
We forget
and
that he was
like the best.
He
ever.
wasn't going to be drafted.
Yeah.
Then he gets knocked out by the UCF guy, and boom, something clicks. I don't know what happened. He can thank Joe Brady for this career he's got, I guess, because
he could thank himself, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
I mean,
I'm gonna get. So that's the one thing I'm gonna do here is I am gonna give Joe Burrow all the credit in the world. I love Joe Burrow. I think he's extremely fucking talented. And if I could play devil's advocate here, I will for a second. I agree. First of all, with you, I do agree. Like Ed Reed.
Oh, I mean, he should. Joe Burrow is on the list.
He's on the list.
I'll give it to him.
Ed Reed should be above him. I'll give you that. But if I can play devil's advocate, if you just look, I'm gonna give 2 arguments, and you take it how you will. Joe Burrow is a quarterback. First of all, quarterbacks are always going to be looked at as more than a safety. I'm just going to throw that out there. And if you look at Joe Burrow's talent level and career arc currently, he could end up a Hall of Famer. So, like, the argument could be made if we just say when it's all said and done, Joe Burrow will be higher than Ed Reed. Like, you could make that argument.
Maybe. My response to that would be Ed Reed, like I keep saying this, legitimately top 3 at worst safety.
I agree.
All time.
I agree.
So, for that argument, like for what you're saying to be true, Joe Burrow would have to end up as a top 3 quarterback of all time.
Well, he wouldn't, though, because that's my argument being quarterbacks are always looked at as more like he could be a top 15 all time and still be better than the 3rd best safety all time. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I guess.
It's just how it is.
I don't know. I mean, I could ramble off Ed Reed stats, like
that's
his
fine.
Career accomplishments, and it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's fine.
Like
I get it.
Even college Ed Reed, like he was.
I get it.
He was part of the only team that has an argument to be, to compete with the 2019 LSU team. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
The great Ken Dorsey.
Listen, Ken Dorsey gets a lot of hate, a lot of undeserved hate. But I don't know. I'm not going to harp on that because it's getting me upset.
That's fine.
And anybody that knows me is going to sit here and say that it's my Miami bias creeping in. Yeah. But I don't think it is.
It plays in, but I don't think that you're wrong.
I looked at it as,
I don't think that you're
this is how I looked at it. They had Shaq like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I view Ed Reed almost as the football version of Shaq.
No. I'm trying to talk myself into it. That's why I keep saying no. Like, I just can't see it that way. Because Shaq, at his peak, in my opinion, it may change now because LeBron has had some pretty good peak years, and Zion may. But Shaq, at his peak, is the most dominant NBA player anyone has ever seen.
No, yeah, there's no debate in that. But he's like, I'm looking at it as where he would rank like all time amongst, which I guess it's weird to do with basketball. That's this is a whole nother conversation of best player ever in basketball because it's hard to say.
It is.
It's hard to compare a center to a shooting guard, or there's so many different things about basketball that make that argument hard. So this is that's a whole podcast conversation.
It is a whole podcast conversation because I would even argue that Shaq revolutionized the center position. He was the first, I think, maybe not. First big man to really handle the ball a little bit. Like,
I saw you we kind of just had this, not me and you, but this conversation was just on Twitter. You liked my tweet about Steph.
Yeah.
Like being, I forget what the original argument was. Somebody saying Steph was more influential than somebody or something.
It was Steph's more influential.
I think they were saying he wasn't or something. And he is.
Yeah. They said that Steph is the most influential player in the NBA since Michael Jordan. I think was the argument. And people were like, LeBron.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, in the comments, people were saying like he can't hold a candle to LeBron, which maybe like worldwide, LeBron is more known.
I don't think so.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Worldwide?
It wouldn't surprise me if he was. But I don't think that means that he's more influential as a player than Steph. Like I said, like I have a little brother who is 15 now, 14, 15. That age group worships Steph Curry.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
so
worships Steph Curry.
when you said worldwide, my first thought
maybe.
was, you realize the Golden State Warriors are huge in China?
That's true.
There's little Chinese kids everywhere wearing Steph and Clay jerseys, like all.
That's true. I think
like,
Clay even has I think his signature shoe is like a Chinese brand.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
no, you're right. Maybe
if you're making the argument influential, right? Like, and I'm not talking dominance. I'm not talking talent. I mean, Steph is very talented.
To be
first
fair,
of all,
Steph is it's a different type of dominance.
That's what I'm saying. But you said influential.
Yeah.
So, or we said influential. And if you look at it that way, Steph changed the game. Like,
for better or worse, yes, Steph absolutely changed the game.
it's not his fault that he
No.
can do it. Like,
I'm not blaming Steph. Like, what ruined the game is everybody thinking they could do what Steph
right.
did.
Everybody ain't Steph.
Right. There's only the only other person that's been somewhat able to copy that game and it doesn't get talked about enough is Dame.
Yeah.
Is Dame.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, Trey, people thought Trey was going to come into the league and be that, but he's not. Like, he's a good player, but he's not. He can't do what they do.
People thought that?
Yeah, because that was his whole thing at Oklahoma. Because
Sorry.
it was like peak. It was when Steph was doing all that.
Oh.
So when he's taking
Yeah.
anybody that was taking deep threes was getting compared to, he was undersized point guard taking deep threes in college. So of course everybody says,
well, Trey's good.
Yeah.
First of all, when you said Trey, I'm not gonna lie, my brain instantly
Oh,
went Trey
okay.
Murphy,
sorry.
and I was like, "What are we
Sorry.
talking about
Yeah,
here?" Like,
I forget. I didn't think about that.
it took me a second for it to register. But no, I get it. I mean, I get it, right? Like, but he still had a good career. He's not Steph.
Yeah, no. This isn't me saying that Trae Young's a bad player. It's just like we just saying that what ruined the game isn't Steph. It's when you see highlights of kids in high school pull it up from
Oh, trust
the
me.
logo, and
Trust
it's
me.
just stupid.
I play in rec leagues, right?
Yeah.
and fucking dudes will randomly cross half court and think that they're gonna pull, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you fucking take that all game. Like, I ain't worried about you.
Sorry.
It is what it is, and they hit 1 out of 10, and they think they're the best guy on the planet. Whatever.
Yeah. But no, that is a we can get off of that because that is we'll be on that topic forever. That's a whole
I ain't worried.
conversation.
But
it's
is
an off
interesting.
season conversation.
It is something too that I had something written down here. I said, there's been I laughed at something on Twitter, right? There was a tweet I saw. There's been, what is this, 5, 6, 8, 9? There's been 9 45-point games by a 35-year-old in the NBA.
All of them are LeBron?
No. But LeBron does have the most. So I wanted to give him his flowers, first of all, because we were talking about Steph more influential. LeBron's dominant. I'm not going to sit here and not talk great about LeBron.
He's about to be the all-time leading scorer
right
in NBA history.
MJ has 3. And then the tweet, and this is what made me laugh. So the tweet says, 45-point games by a 35-year-old. LeBron 5, MJ 3, other 1. It was retweeted.
Who's the other?
It was retweeted by the other. And he said, "That's me. The other is me. Jamal Crawford." Jamal Crawford.
That's interesting.
Crossover.
That don't surprise me.
It shouldn't.
Dude is a bucket.
It shouldn't. But talk about one of the most probably not underrated. Like, a lot of people respect him, but like, that dude could get his shot whenever he wanted and deferred so much.
Yeah, there's a whole group of those guys. Instantly that comes to mind, that level of player, people that just get buckets, like him. Joe Johnson is another one that I think of. I feel like
ISO Joe.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a couple, but those two are the two that come to mind. That level of player. I mean, Joe Johnson in his prime was different.
Ridiculous.
He was he was better than
he carried that Hawks team.
Yeah, it's weird to talk about Jamal Crawford because he's one of those 6 men that should have never been a 6 man. You know what I mean? He legitimately could have been a starter, but there's something to coming off the bench.
You could
and
argue
being
that if he
guy,
was just placed
guy.
in a lead guard role, that he would be one of the most established or most decorated scorers of all time. Or maybe not of all time, but he'd be a very, very decorated scorer. You know what I mean?
Could he be looked at like Kyrie?
I think so. If he would have
Because that's the two, handles wise.
Yeah,
it's them two. And I mean, it's a very similar game.
Yeah, it's a great comparison.
Kyrie's just got the stardom.
because Kyrie came in as a top pick.
He came in as the guy,
right? And he led the Cavs for a while. He won a title. You know, it was him and Bron. Like they were the I mean, I get it. Jamal never had that. Like he just was a sixth man, a shooting guard starter sometimes. Like I don't know.
Shout out to his brother, Pel's legend,
Instant Grits.
Yeah,
yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, he had it.
Also got buckets. Also got buckets. Not like his brother, but
slept on. Rel, you should use that as your little show you do. The little guess this Pel or whatever she does. I forget what it is.
Instant Grits. I think she's used them. I think I saw. Yeah,
I haven't seen all of them. I've seen them.
Shout out to Rel.
That was a fun. I like that. We could definitely get into that conversation.
Yeah,
one day because that's a fun conversation to have.
Yeah, absolutely. No, shout out Rel and Daniel Salerson though on there. What's the name of the podcast? Pels and Whistles.
Yeah,
took me a second. Yeah. Go listen. If you want somebody that's gonna like actually chop it up or not chop it up, actually like talk basketball, they're the ones. Them and Lyle.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Lyle.
There's a million of them actually. Yeah, happy birthday, Lyle. Fuck, I don't know. That's all I got. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't have any. I told you I didn't have anything.
Did we want to? We didn't plan for this. We talked about it. Did we want to do the little drafting thing?
We can. I mean, it's relatively quick. We had 40 minutes. We could definitely get it done in under an hour.
We could do it. Let's do it. All right.
I'm gonna give you. I don't have anything written down. I'm going off top of the dome. All right. This is how we're gonna do this. It's gonna be something new. And if you're on TikTok, you've seen it before. I'm sure. We're gonna do a draft. All right. 5 picks each. The subject, you want to do the one I told you?
Yeah. All
right, so we're going to do breakfast foods. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you first pick. I'll let you have the first pick this time. And then
rookie move.
That's fine. Because so in my head, I have my top 2. So I'm going to get one of the 2.
Yeah,
there's a strategy.
There's a
strategy. Well, yeah, you're the first pick. So, of course.
Wow.
So, here's what I want to set a couple ground rules for this one.
Okay.
I don't want to just say cereal. Example. Like if you want a cereal, pick a cereal. Okay. If you like eggs,
you got to pick a kind of egg.
Yeah,
or
like say your meal with the eggs. You know, like try not to be super generic.
Wait, so explain. Tell me more about what you mean about explain your meal.
So like this wouldn't be on my list, but if you like eggs Benedict or something, you know what I mean. So if you like the, see, I don't know how much I want to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. So I mean, I love eggs Benedict, so that'll probably be on my list. But so like, I can't just say eggs and then like you'll be like, fuck, I can't say any eggs.
Just don't say scrambled eggs. You know what I mean? Like if you like eggs with something.
So we picking meals or individual items? That's the problem I'm having here. We should have talked about this.
Well, some individual items are meals.
I mean, you didn't answer my question.
Just do what you want to do.
I always do.
Yeah, just do what you want to do. If you want to just say eggs, you say eggs, buddy.
But then you're going to pick some other type of egg, and I'm like, but I already drafted them. They're on my roster.
No, I'll work around it.
This is a bad bitch roster.
No, we'll work together with this. We'll be all right.
Meet the genre. Okay.
You go first.
Right, I get first pick. I mean,
if you want to give me your pick and give me like a quick. If the first couple rounds, I don't think we're going to need explanations.
Listen, so here's how I was thinking. I was thinking we were picking individual items. I'm going to be honest.
You can. That's fine.
And my first pick to fuck up everything was going to be either one of these 2 items.
Well, just pick one.
I'm going to go bacon.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting.
I'm going to go bacon.
I'm going pancakes. You let it slip.
Pancakes?
Yes, that's my number 1.
Dude, bacon and eggs are the top 2 breakfast foods.
That's what I was thinking is
like,
you say bacon and eggs.
You can't.
Well, that's what I would have later on. I would have probably said bacon and eggs. I don't think I would have just said bacon.
Like I get pancakes, but that's like a round 3.
Nah,
that's like a second day or third day selection.
No way.
You're out of your mind. I'm going. Do we have to pick a type of egg? Because I think that's more fair. If you pick a type, like a style, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Not all types of eggs are created equal.
That's fair. I'm gonna go poached egg, and it's not even the best egg. I'm gonna be honest, but I'm gonna go poached egg.
I've never had a poached egg
because I love eggs Benedict. So I'm gonna go bacon number 1.
Fair.
Poached egg is my second pick.
But I did not think I could get both of these. I'm going waffles number 2.
What the fuck? You eating pancakes and waffles?
No, I'm building a roster here. I'm looking at this as I'm building a menu out.
Well, I got a smorgasbord.
I got the 2 most popular things that people eat for breakfast:
Bacon and eggs?
You live a lavish lifestyle. I've seen the drinks you make.
Well, eggs are
Listen,
actually very lavish.
No
now.
normal person is waking up in the morning and making eggs Benedict. They're making some pancakes and waffles. The kids love mine.
I eat pancakes every morning, to be honest.
Listen.
All right. Oh fuck! Round 3.
I got other stuff I'm gonna take. I just didn't think I could. I was gonna get this far. Into
I'm
this.
just going things I like. I'm gonna be honest with you. Round 3.
I'm approaching it as things I like, and I'm building out a menu here.
I'm going hash browns. Round 3.
I like that. That's a solid one. That's a good one. I'm gonna say biscuits and gravy. My round 3 pick.
That's a good one. The sawmill gravy, the white gravy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I went somewhere. I went to what's the name of that place in Mandeville? I forget the name of it. No, I forget the name of it. It's one of the more popular places, but it's like a hippie place on the inside. I can't think of the name of it, but they gave me the option to have biscuits and brown gravy, which I got because I've never seen it as an option before.
Coffee Rainy?
No.
Yeah,
I think it starts with a W. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, they gave me the option to do the brown gravy, which is good, but it didn't have the breakfast feel to it.
Oh, you know what? Bougie North Shore Mandeville breakfast spot, Waffle House. Starts with a W.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what do I have? I have bacon. I have eggs. I have.
See, I feel like your list is just one breakfast now.
That's what it is. I have bacon. I have eggs. I have hash browns. Fucking. I don't even know.
I don't have a fourth one on my mind, but
I don't even know.
We can.
I'm going. You know what? I know what I'm doing. I grew up a country boy. I'm a Southern guy. I do love this shrimp.
Shrimp?
Grits.
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say shrimp.
You know what happened? What happened is I've had a 3D fucking finger of this. And in my head, I was thinking grits. I was thinking grits. And I looked at you, and I was like, shrimp and grits are fucking phenomenal. Specifically shrimp and grits, but we're going to go grits. And then I was like, shrimp.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, guys. This is who I am. You live with it. You ride with it. It is what it is.
I'm just drawing a complete blank now. All right.
This is my first drink.
My fourth pick. I kind of want to ask you if I can group these two things together. I'm gonna say all right. I'm gonna say beignets as my fourth pick.
That's a good one.
I think you can probably figure out what I want to say there as a group.
Coffee?
No, I was gonna say donuts as a whole.
Word.
But if we can't say eggs, then I'm not gonna just say donuts because technically a beignet is a donut, but they're different.
That's okay. I'm not gonna pick donuts.
Okay.
So if you want to pick them next round, you can.
Well, no. Now I'm gonna pick something else.
I like the beignets pick. That's a solid pick. And in my head, I'm like, when I said coffee, I was like, is that a food? Like, should we be picking that? Should I pick that?
No, I'm assuming coffee is with all of these meals.
Okay, cool.
Especially with the two of us.
fifth round pick, right?
Looking for value here.
This isn't value. This is a steal. Like this is a day one starter.
Yeah.
If we can be real.
Okay.
This is a day one starter. This is a sleeper pick. Cinnamon rolls. What are we doing?
Yeah,
here?
for most people. I don't like cinnamon rolls. That's why I'm not picking them. I don't like cinnamon. You know that. But yeah, no, you're right. I probably could have drafted that just because it would be.
You went pancakes and waffles 1-2.
I didn't think I was getting both.
Well, you did.
I thought I was going to be able to get bacon in like round 3.
All right, America. Bacon is the number one breakfast food, right? Let me know.
Yeah, but are you just see? I approached it as something like you're. I was gonna say you're not just gonna order just bacon for breakfast, but they got that place in
that fucking Abita Roast & Co. Shout out, call back to earlier in the episode.
Well, I say that there's Lambert's in Gulf Shores where there's a thing called the hog jowl. It's literally just a plate of thick bacon and French fries.
Okay, at literally Abita Roast & Co., which is closer, and we could go there tomorrow. There's something you can order called a pile of bacon.
Yeah.
It's just bacon.
Yeah, well, okay. I still stand by my pancakes pick and my waffles pick.
Who's your fifth pick?
My fifth, and this not something I eat, but something good, French toast sticks.
French toast. Shout out French toast.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah.
That's
French
actually
toast.
So it's funny. French toast sticks. That works. But shout out French toast. That's something super, super underrated that I forgot. I literally eat pancakes like every morning.
I feel like I won this draft.
It's like pancakes, eggs, but Kodiak cakes, to be honest.
Yes.
Pancakes, eggs, French toast. are my three staples, and turkey sausage. So like nothing that's on my list.
Minus the turkey sausage, that is my son's exact list. Pancakes, waffles, and French toast.
That's fair.
Is his 3.
That's fair.
That's his 3. He'll eat eggs every now and then, but he's not he'll fuck up some sausage.
Fuck up some sausage.
He likes sausage. You got. Did you? Yeah, you already did yours. So what were your 5?
I did mine. So I had bacon. I had eggs. I had hash browns. I had grits. I said shrimp because I'm an idiot. And then I had cinnamon rolls.
I think the back half of your draft was solid.
Listen,
no, not. You know what? No,
listen,
I don't want to say
value.
that because bacon and eggs are elite. I just did not expect bacon to go. I thought eggs would be like round 2,
man.
like it was.
This is why I finish top 3 in fantasy every year because I start strong, like obvious picks, and then I pick value. It's just
That was more fun than
you're
top.
picking potentials.
I'm not picking potentials.
You're picking flashy stuff, man. Like
Flashy stuff. I picked pancakes.
that's flashy. If there's a flashy breakfast item,
Think
it's
about
pancake.
what comes with. I mean, you can get this regular pancakes. You can get pancakes with shit in them. Same with waffles.
Did I not just say flashy?
It's not flashy.
Stuffed pancakes?
You
is this what we're
picked
talking
You
here?
picked eggs Benedict.
I didn't pick eggs Benedict.
You picked a poached
I picked
egg.
a poached egg. That's fair. That is flashy. All right, I'll take that back. Take it back.
Oh man,
Shit.
that was fun.
That was fun. We should do that more.
We
Drafts
will
are
do
fun.
that more. It was more fun than top 5.
I also like
And
just
you know what?
randomly
We didn't
doing it.
mention any cereal, so then maybe we can get into a cereal draft one day.
Yeah, no, I love cereal. There's definitely some cereals we can draft, but we're gonna draft different ones because I'm like a healthy guy. So like, it's
I
kinda
only
weird.
eat 2 types of cereal, so that might not be a good draft.
Yeah, that's fair. You could just do it to please the masses. Also, there's a game I want to play. We were talking about this in our group chat one day recently. I forget what even stirred it up. We were talking about like bad quarterbacks or something like that, and I was like, we need to just pick a bad quarterback and defend him. And
As
talk
I was
about
turning
why.
into your neighborhood on the way here, I was like, there was something we talked about doing.
That's what it
and
was.
I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah. So you guys might not even realize we're doing it one episode, but I'm literally going to make the most absurd argument for something, and that's going to become a game. Maybe you can spot it. Maybe
It's just
we'll
gonna
call
be,
it
it's just
out.
gonna
I don't
become a
know.
bit.
Yeah. Somebody, I forget what it even was. Somebody
know
was
what it
like,
was.
tell me why Baker Mayfield. No, it was another group chat. Tell me why Baker Mayfield could be the starting quarterback. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Number 1 overall pick?
Wait till I make
He
you.
went to-
Wait till I make you come. You know, no, you don't get to decide. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you who you have to defend.
That's fine.
Wait till I tell you got to make the case for the Bells to trade for Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe?
Yeah.
Nah, we can't do that. That's one I will tap out on immediately. Nah, you can have that one. It's not happening. I won't defend any Erics that used to play for the Pels. It's not happening.
Hey man, he brings a level of continuity to the team.
Jesus Christ. Continuity.
I'm serious about those shirts.
Yeah, no, that should be a shirt. We're going to put those out. So look for the drop. I know we dropped something today. Let's talk about that because we're wrapping up.
Yeah, that was completely random. I didn't tell any of y'all I was doing that.
No, you didn't. We dropped a Crescent City basketball shirt today.
Yes.
Mardi Gras themed, had some beads. It's kind of cool. I actually like it.
Same color. It's the City Edition colors.
Mm-hmm.
We went through a couple designs on that. That is what I settled on. And if you like it but are not a fan of Mardi Gras like myself, there will be just a regular
Very
red
cool.
shirt that says Crescent City Basketball coming shortly too.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, I don't have nothing either. I didn't have anything coming into this. So
This is the end, I think.
this is the
You can
end.
follow me. If you guys want to follow me.
You can if you want.
Yeah, at the Patty V. You could also follow Dave.
At the Dave Rainey. My tweets have been popping off lately for some reason. I
have.
don't know why.
They have. I've been actually getting some good traction too. But our group chat keeps calling you out because he's the celebrity of the two of us.
If you guys
don't realize
would
it.
interact with our pod page more, that'd be fantastic, though.
Yeah, not
So-
us. React with the pod.
we
I know
don't care
we
about us.
Yeah, we tweet too much from our accounts.
Uh,
No, that's it. You could also follow at Be in the Know.
yes.
Check out the website.
And at Who F'n Kneauxs.
Yeah, at Who F'n Kneauxs. Check out the website,
Everywhere.
know.com. Yeah, at Who F'n Kneauxs everywhere. Literally everywhere. We're actually, our podcast is on every platform, so wherever you want to find us, you can.
Let us know if you have some draft ideas.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Because it's mock draft season.
It is mock draft season. Whether we're mock drafting, breakfast foods, brunch spots, alcohols. His is all going to be beer 1 through 5. That's it.
Right. All right. That's it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Until next time, remember, kids, follow your dreams.